Hello everybody, welcome to the 1969 Formula World Cup. So last season we had one of the biggest upsets in Formula 1 World Cup history. Last season Switzerland for the first time has won the nations competition, and Jo Siffert for the first time has won the individual competition. Can Switzerland be able to defend their title? Will they be able to win the drivers and the nations competition again? Without further ado, let's meet this season's competitors. And so here begins the lineup. So the number one team, of course, being the defending champions of Switzerland. They've got Jo Siffert hoping to defend his title. Silvia Moser, Claire Gazzoni and Xavier Perrault complete the Swiss lineup. The United Kingdom are the number two team with Jackie Stewart, Graham Hill, Piers Courage and John Surtees. With New Zealand as team number three with Bruce McLaren, Denny Hulme, Chris Amon and Graham McRae. The United States completes the first four teams with Mario Andretti, Al Unser, Bobby Unser and Pete Lovely. Next up, we've got team number 5, that is Austria, followed by the 6th team, which is France, West Germany's team number 7, and Canada, running off the first 8 teams. And finally, we've got Italy's team number 9 and Belgium as team number 10, and that completes our lineup for the 1969 Formula World Cup. So with that out of the way, let's now move over to the group draws. And here is the lineup for the season. In Group A, we've got Jo Siffert, the one to watch out for, along with John Surtees, Chris Amon, Mario Andretti, and Gerard Larousse. Group B, the ones to watch out for are definitely going to be Denny Hulme, Al Unser, Joachim Rindt, Hans Hermann, and Jackie X. Group C, the ones to look out for: Graham Hill, Graham McRae, Pete Lovely, Dieter Kester, and Jean-Pierre Gabon. And in Group D, the ones to watch out for: Claire Gazzoni, Jackie Stewart, Bruce McLaren, Bobby Unser, and Nani Gali. So there's our group lineup. Without further ado, let's get into Group A and kick off this 1969 Formula World Cup. And here we go, Group A of the 1969 Formula World Cup. And without further ado, let's get into the first race of the group and we'll see how it plays out. So the first race is the 24 Hours Daytona. Hubert Hayes takes the win for West Germany. John Surtees second for the United Kingdom. Gerard Larousse is third for France. Fourth is Chris Amon for New Zealand. And Mario Andretti rounds off the top 5 for the United States. Then going to race number 2, the South Africa race at Kilami. John Surtees takes the win. Jo Siffert is second. Chris Amon is third. Yves Darpez is fourth. And Gerard Larousse of France rounding off your top 5. Then going to race number 3, the 12-hour Sebring. Gerard Larousse wins for France. Chris Amon takes second for New Zealand. Jo Siffert is third. Rudy Lenz is fourth for Austria. And Mario Andretti running off your top 5. And to complete the first quarter of Group A, we move over to the 1,000 kilometers of Monza. Gerard Larousse takes another victory with Rudy Lenz in second. Yves Darpez is third. George Fescher is fourth for Canada. Hubert Hayes rounds off the top 5 for West Germany. So we're 4 races in, and leading the way is Gerard Larousse with 37 points. Chris Amon is second with 59 points. John Surtees is third with 58 points. In fourth is Hubert Hayes with 54 points. And around the top 5 is Jo Siffert with 52 points. At the bottom of the board is Tino Brambilla of Italy with 33 points. Now going to race number 5. We go to Spain at Montjuic, and Jo Siffert takes the win for Switzerland. Chris Amon is second for New Zealand. John Surtees is third. Fourth is Rudy Lenz, and Tino Brambilla running off your top 5. Meanwhile, France with Gerard Larousse finished the race in 10th. Race number 6. We go to Targa Florio. Jo Siffert wins again. Hubert Hayes second for West Germany. Yves Darpez is third for Belgium. Fourth is John Surtees. And Rudy Lenz of Austria running off your top 5 as Gerard Larousse finished the race in 9th place. Going to race number 7. The 1,000 clause of Spa-Francorchamps. Jo Siffert once again takes another victory. Gerard Larousse is second. John Surtees is third. Tino Brambilla is fourth. And George Fescher running off the top 5. Then to complete the first half of Group A, we go to Monaco at Monte Carlo. Rudy Lenz wins for Austria. Gerard Larousse is second for France. Third is John Surtees. Chris Amon takes fourth. And Jo Siffert running off your top 5. So halfway into Group A, it is Jo Siffert leading the way with 138 points. Gerard Larousse is second with 130 points. In third is John Surtees with 119 points. Fourth is Chris Amon with 108 points. And to wrap the top 5 is Rudy Lenz with 105 points. And at the bottom of the board currently is George Fisher of Canada with 70 points. Now going to race number 9. We go to the Indy 500. It's Chris Amon that takes the win. Jo Siffert is second. Mario Andretti is third. Rudy Linz is fourth. And Teo Barbella of Italy rounds off your top 5. Race number 10. We go to the 1,000 clause of the Nürburgring, and it's another victory for Jo Siffert of Switzerland. Chris Amon is second. Rudy Linz takes third for Austria. Josh Fischer is fourth. And Jared LaRousse rounds off your top 5. Race number 11, we go to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and once again Jo Siffert takes the win for Switzerland. Tino Barbella is second for Italy. Yves Darpes is third for Belgium. Fourth is Rudy Linz, and Chris Amon rounding off the top 5 for New Zealand. And to complete the third quarter of Group A, we go to race 12. We go to the Netherlands at Zandvoort. Tino Barbella wins for Italy. Jo Siffert takes second. Jared LaRousse is third. Yves Darpes is fourth, and Rudy Linz rounds off the top 5 for Austria. So with 4 races left to go, leading the way it is Jo Siffert with 228 points. Chris Amon is second with 134 points. Third is Jared LaRousse for France with 132 points. Rudy Linz is fourth with 158 points. And to wrap the top 5 is John Surtees with 147 points. At the bottom of the board is George Fisher of Canada with 108 points. Now going to race number 13. Pikes Peak, Huber Haynes takes the win for West Germany. Jo Siffert is second for Switzerland. Chris Amon takes third for New Zealand. Fourth is Yves Darpes, and Rudy Linz rounding off your top 5. Race number 14. We go to France at the Charade circuit. George Fischer wins for Canada. Jo Siffert second for Switzerland. Mario Andretti third for the United States. Teo Barbella fourth, and Chris Amon rounding off your top 5. And going to the penultimate race, we go to 6 Hours of Watkins Glen. Another victory for Jo Siffert. Rudy Linz second for Austria. Mario Andretti takes third. Yves Darpes is fourth, and Teo Barbella rounding off the top 5 for Italy. And for the 16th and final round, we go to the United Kingdom at Silverstone. Yves Darpes wins for Belgium. Chris Amon second for New Zealand. John Surtees takes third for the United Kingdom. Teo Barbella fourth for Italy. Mario Andretti rounding off the top 5 for the United States, as Jo Siffert finished the race in 9th place. And the winner of Group A, it is Jo Siffert with 300 points. Chris Amon is second for New Zealand with 230 points. Rudy Linz third for Austria with 205 points. Fourth is Jared LaRousse of France with 202 points. Yves Darpes is fifth for Belgium with 187 points. Sixth place Huber Haynes of West Germany 186 points. Seventh John Surtees of the United Kingdom with 184 points. Teo Barbella is 8th for Italy with 183 points. Mario Andretti takes 9th for the United States with 165 points. And bottom of Group A is George Fisher of Canada with 158 points. So let's take a look at the overall standings before we move over to Group B. And after Group A, an amazing start for the tall defenders, that is Switzerland and Jo Siffert at the top of the board with 300 points. Chris Amon getting New Zealand off to a good start in second place with 230 points, with Rudy Linz round the top 3 for himself and for Austria. So let's move over to Group B and see how things will transpire. And here we go, we move over to Group B of the 1969 Formula World Cup, and without further ado, let's get to the first race at the 24-hour seat of Daytona. The win going to Teodoro Ciccoli of Italy. Denny Hulme takes third for New Zealand. Jackie X is third for Belgium. Hans Hermann fourth for West Germany. And Johnny Serbo-Gavin right off the top 5 for France. And then going to race number 2. The race at South Africa at Kilami. Silvio Moser wins for Switzerland. Ludwig Heimer Sr. is second for Canada. Jochen Rindt third for Austria. Alonso fourth for the United States. And Denny Hulme right off the top 5 for New Zealand. Race number 3, the 12-hour Sebring. Denny Hulme wins for New Zealand. Piers Courage second for the United Kingdom. Jackie X is third for Belgium. Silvio Moser fourth for Switzerland. And Ludwig Heimer Sr. running up the top 5 for Canada. And to complete the first quarter of Group B, the 1,000 clause of Monza. Denny Hulme wins for New Zealand. Johnny Serbo-Gavin is second for France. Silvio Moser third for Switzerland. Fourth is Jackie X. And Hans Hermann right off the top 5 for West Germany. So with 4 races in, leading the way is Denny Hulme with 81 points. Silvio Moser is second for Switzerland 60 points. Jackie X is third with 55 points. Fourth is Johnny Serbo-Gavin with 50 points. And right at the top 5 is Ludwig Heimer Sr. of Canada with 47 points. And at the bottom of the board is Hans Hermann and Al Unser for West Germany and the United States with 39 points each. Going to race number 5, the win goes to Al Unser of the United States at Spain at Montjuic. Piers Courage is second for the United Kingdom. Denny Hulme is third for New Zealand. Fourth is Jackie X. And Joachim Rindt rounding off the top 5 for Austria. And moving over to race number 6, at Targa Florio, Al Unser takes another win with Silvio Moser second for Switzerland. Denny Hulme is third for New Zealand. Fourth is Joachim Rindt of Austria. And Ludwig Heimer Sr. running up the top 5 for Canada. Race number 7, the 1,000 clause of Spa-Francorchamps, and it's Denny Hulme that takes another victory for New Zealand. Hans Hermann is second for West Germany. Piers Courage is third for the United Kingdom. Al Unser fourth for the United States, and Silvio Moser running off the top 5 for Switzerland. And to complete the first half of Group B, we go to Monaco Monte Carlo, and it's Piers Courage that takes the win for the United Kingdom. Joachim Rindt is second for Austria. Ludwig Heimer Sr. is third for Canada. Fourth is Hans Hermann for West Germany, and Silvio Moser ran for top 5 for Switzerland, as Denny Hulme finished the race in 6th place. Halfway into Group B, leading the way, it is Denny Hulme with 148 points. Piers Courage is second with 113 points. In third is Al Unser with 109 points. Silvio Moser is fourth with 108 points. And to round the top 5 is Ludwig Heimer Sr. of Canada with 94 points. And at the bottom of the board is Teodoro Zoccoli of Italy with 73 points. Now going to race number 9, at the Indy 500, Piers Courage wins again for the United Kingdom. Al Unser is second for the United States. Teodoro Zoccoli is third for Italy. Hans Hermann is fourth for West Germany. And Denny Hulme running up the top 5 for New Zealand. Race number 10, we go to the 1,000 clause of the Nürburgring. Denny Hulme takes another victory. Joachim Rindt is second for Austria. Piers Courage is third for United Kingdom. Al Unser fourth for the United States. And Silvio Moser running up the top 5 for Switzerland. Going to race number 11 at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and yet again it's a win for Denny Hulme of New Zealand. Ludwig Heimer Sr. is second. Piers Courage third for the United Kingdom. Silvio Moser fourth for Switzerland. And Teodoro Zoccoli running up the top 5 for Italy. As we play the third quarter of Group B, we go to the Netherlands in Zandvoort. Piers Courage takes another win. Hans Hermann is second for West Germany. Denny Hulme is third for New Zealand. Fourth is Al Unser of the United States. And Silvio Moser running up the top 5 for Canada. No, of Switzerland, sorry. And 4 races left to go. Leading the way is Denny Hulme still with 225 points. Piers Courage is second with 195 points. Al Unser is third with 165 points. In fourth is Silvio Moser of Switzerland with 150 points. And right off the top 5 is Hans Hermann of West Germany with 140 points. At the bottom of the board is Johnny Servo-Gavin of France sitting at 110 points. Going to race number 13, we go to Pikes Peak. Piers Courage takes another victory for the United Kingdom. Hans Hermann is second for West Germany. Jackie X is third for Belgium. Fourth is Johnny Servo-Gavin of France. And Silvio Moser running up the top 5 for Switzerland, as Denny Hulme finished the race in 7th place. Race number 14, we go to France at the Charades Circuit. Denny Hulme wins yet again. Silvio Moser is second for Switzerland. Ludwig Heimer Sr. is third. Joachim Rindt fourth for Austria. And Piers Courage ran for the top 5 for the United Kingdom. And going to the penultimate race, we go to 6 Hours of Watkins Glen. Once again, Piers Courage takes the win. Al Unser is second for the United States. Ludwig Heimer Sr. is third for Canada. Fourth is Jackie X of Belgium. And Denny Hulme running up the top 5 for New Zealand. And for the 60th and final race, at Silverstone, it's Denny Hulme that wins for New Zealand. Piers Courage second for the United Kingdom. Joachim Rindt is third for Austria. Fourth is Silvio Moser of Switzerland. And Johnny Servo-Gavin running up the top 5 for France. And the winner of Group B, it is Denny Hulme with 295 points. Piers Courage is second for the United Kingdom with 256 points. Al Unser is third for the United States with 209 points. Silvio Moser of Switzerland is fourth with 202 points. Ludwig Heimer Sr. is 5th for Canada with 187 points. Hans Hermann 6th for West Germany with 184 points. Joachim Rindt is 7th for Austria with 183 points. 8th is Jackie X of Belgium with 165 points. Johnny Servo-Gavin is 9th for France with 150 points. And bottom of Group B is Teodoro Zoccoli of Italy with 149 points. So 2 groups down, 2 groups to go. Let's take a look at the stats before we head over to Group C. And with Group B out the way, looking at the standings, Jo Siffert does remain on the top for himself and for Switzerland. However, New Zealand with 2 excellent groups have gone up the top of the leaderboard with 525 points, which is 23 more than Switzerland that sits in second. The United Kingdom tried to make their way back up the order, go up into third thanks to Pierce Courage being third in the Drivers' Championship. So with 2 groups down and 2 left to go, how will things shake up? Without further ado, let's make our way over to Group C. Okay, here we are with Group C for the 1969 Formula World Cup, and without further ado, let's get to the first race. At the 24th Daytona, the win going to Xavier Perra of Switzerland. Dieter Kester is 6th for Austria. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 3rd for Belgium. Nilo Vassarella is 4th for Italy. And Kurt Ahrens Jr. running up the top 5 for West Germany. Race number 2. The race in South Africa. Graham Hill takes the win. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 2nd. Graham McRae, is 3rd for New Zealand. 4th is Kurt Ahrens Jr. of West Germany. And Pete Lovely running up the top 5 for the United States. Race number 3, the 12-hour Sebring. Graham Hill takes another win. Graham McRae, 2nd for New Zealand. 3rd is Jean-Pierre Gabon of Belgium. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 4th for West Germany. And Neil Vassarella running up the top 5 for Italy. And to be the first core of Group C, the win going to François Serra of France at the 1,000 clause of Monza. Pete Lovely, 2nd for the United States. Graham Hill, 3rd for the United Kingdom. Xavier Perra is 4th for Switzerland. And Kurt Ahrens Jr. running up the top 5 for West Germany. So after 4 races, leading the way is Graham Hill with 74 points. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 2nd for Belgium with 61 points. Xavier Perra is 3rd for Switzerland with 53 points. And then we have a tie for 4th between François Serra and Graham McRae of France and New Zealand with 52 points apiece, with George Eaton of Canada bottom of the board currently with 30 points. Going to race number 5, we go to Spain at Montjuic, and Graham McRae wins for New Zealand. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 2nd for West Germany. Dieter Kester is 3rd for Austria. 4th is Xavier Perra of Switzerland. And Graham Hill rounding off the top 5 for the United Kingdom. Race number 6, we go to Targa Florio, as Graham Hill takes another win. George Eaton is 2nd for Canada. Xavier Perra is 3rd for Switzerland. 4th is Pete Lovely of the United States. And Jean-Pierre Gabon running up the top 5 for Belgium. Race number 7, we go to the 1,000 clause of Spa-Francorchamps. Graham McRae takes another win for New Zealand. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 3rd for Belgium. Pete Lovely is 3rd for the United States. 4th is François Serra of France. And Dieter Kester running off the top 5 for Austria. Meanwhile, Graham Hill finished the race in 9th place. And to complete the first half of Group C, we go to Monaco at Monte Carlo, and it's Graham Hill takes another victory for the United Kingdom. Xavier Perra is 2nd for Switzerland. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 3rd. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 4th. And Neil Vassarella of Italy running off the top 5. So halfway into Group C, leading the way is Graham Hill with 142 points. Graham McRae is 2nd for New Zealand with 120 points. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 3rd with 118 points. Xavier Perra is 4th with 108 points. And throughout the top 5 is Kurt Ahrens Jr. of West Germany with 98 points. Meanwhile, we have a tie for last place, which is George Eaton and Neil Vassarella of Canada and Italy, both sharing 74 points each. Going to race number 9, we go to the Indy 500, and it's Xavier Perra that wins for Switzerland. Neil Vassarella is 2nd for Italy. Pete Lovely is 3rd for the United States. 4th is Graham Hill. And George Eaton running up the top 5 for Canada. Race number 10, we go to the 1,000 clause of the Nürburgring, and Kurt Ahrens Jr. wins for West Germany. Neil Vassarella is 2nd for Italy. Dieter Kester is 3rd for Austria. 4th is Pete Lovely. And Xavier Perra running up the top 5 for Switzerland. Meanwhile, Graham Hill finished the race in 9th place. Race number 11, we go to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it's George Eaton that wins for Canada. Dieter Kester is 2nd for Austria. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 3rd for West Germany. 4th is Graham McRae of New Zealand. And to wrap the top 5 is Jean-Pierre Gabon of Belgium, as Graham Hill finished the race in 6th place. And to complete the third core of Group C, we go to the Netherlands at Zandvoort. Pete Lovely wins for the United States. Graham Hill is 2nd for the United Kingdom. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 3rd for West Germany. François Serra is 4th for France, and Jean-Pierre Gabon running up the top 5 for Belgium. So with 4 races left to go, it is Graham Hill leading the way with 192 points. Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 6th for West Germany with 162 points. Xavier Perra is 3rd with 160 points. 4th is Graham McRae with 157 points. And right at the top 5 is Jean-Pierre Gabon of Belgium with 156 points. At the bottom of the board currently is George Eaton of Canada with 125 points. Going to race number 13, at Pikes Peak, Jean-Pierre Gabon wins for Belgium. Neil Vassarella is 2nd for Italy. Dieter Kester is 3rd for Austria. 4th is Xavier Perra of Switzerland. And François Serra running up the top 5 for France, as Graham Hill finished the race in 6th place. Race number 14, we go to France at the Charade circuit. Francois Sever wins his home race for France. Jean-Pierre Cabal is third for Belgium. George Eaton third for Canada. Fourth is Graham McRae of New Zealand. And Dieter Kester ran off the top 5 for Austria, as Graham Hill finished the race in 7th place. Going to the penultimate race, race 15, 6 hours of Watkins Glen. Graham Hill pulls another win, with George Eaton third for Canada, Neil Vassarella third for Italy, Graham McRae fourth for New Zealand, and Pete Lovely rounding off the top 5 for the United States. And going to the final race at Silverstone, the United Kingdom, it's Nino Vassarella that wins for Italy, Xavier Perret is second for Switzerland, Dieter Kester is third for Austria, Jean-Pierre Cabal is fourth for Belgium, and Graham Hill rounding off the top 5 for the United Kingdom. And the winner of Group C, it is Graham Hill with 247 points. Jean-Pierre Cabal is second for Belgium with 223 points. Xavier Perret is third with 213 points. Fourth is Neil Vassarella of Italy with 198 points. Fifth is Graham McRae for New Zealand with 196 points. Sixth is Kurt Ahrens Jr. with 193 points. Dieter Kester is seventh for Austria with 187 points. Eighth is Pete Lovely of the United States with 186 points. Francois Sever takes ninth for France with 179 points. And bottom of Group C is George Eaton of Canada with 178 points. So with just one group left to go, let's take a look at the championship standings before we head over to Group D. With Group C out of the way, looking at the nation's competition, it's pretty much becoming a 3-horse race for the title. New Zealand hoping to get their first title, still at the top with 721 points. The defending champions are only 6 points behind them in second with Switzerland, and the United Kingdom hoping to get either their 10th or their 11th title, sitting in third place, only 14 points behind New Zealand. So with one group left to go, let's head over to Group D before we head over to the 1969 World Cup final. And here we go, is the fourth and final group, is Group D of the 1969 Formula World Cup. And without further ado, let's get to the first race, the 24 Hours of Daytona. The win going to Bobby Unser of the United States, John Cannon set for Canada, Rolf Stonen is third for West Germany, Taff is fourth for Belgium, and Jackie Stewart running up the top 5 for the United Kingdom. Going to race number 2, at South Africa at Kilami, it's Nani Galli that wins for Italy, Jackie Stewart takes second, John Cannon is third, Bobby Unser is fourth, and Clay Regazzoni running up the top 5 for Switzerland. Race number 3, the 12-hour Sebring, it's Gunther Huber that wins for Austria, Jackie Stewart is second for the United Kingdom, Bruce McLaren is third for New Zealand, John Cannon is fourth, and Rolf Stonen running up the top 5. And to complete the first quarter of Group D, the 1,000 clause of Monza is John Cannon wins for Canada, Taff is second for Belgium, Nani Galli is third for Italy, fourth is Clay Regazzoni of Switzerland, and Jackie Stewart running off the top 5 for the United Kingdom. So after 4 races, it is John Cannon leading the way for Canada with 74 points, Jackie Stewart is second with 62 points, Nani Galli is third with 58 points for Italy, Bobby Unser is fourth with 54 points, and Taff running up the top 5 with 47 points for Belgium, and Jean-Pierre Beltois is bottom of the board currently with 34 points. Going to race number 5, at Spain at Montjuic, it's Jackie Stewart that wins for the United Kingdom, Nani Galli is second for Italy, Jean-Pierre Beltois is third for France, fourth is John Cannon, and Bobby Unser running off the top 5 for the United States. And then going to race number 6, we go to Targa Florio. Jackie Stewart takes another win, Rolf Stolen is third for West Germany, Nani Galli is third for Italy, fourth is Bobby Unser of the United States, and Taff running up the top 5 for Belgium. Meanwhile, John Cannon finished the race in 8th place. Going to race number 7, the 1,000 clause of Spa-Francorchamps, it's Jackie Stewart that wins yet again, Nani Galli is second for Italy, Gunther Huber is third for Austria, fourth is John Cannon, and Bobby Unser ran for top 5 for the United States. And to complete the first half of Group D, we go to Monaco Monte Carlo. It's Bruce McLaren that takes the win for New Zealand, Gunther Huber is second for Austria, Jackie Stewart is third for the United Kingdom, Jean-Pierre Beltois is fourth for France, and John Cannon ran for top 5 for Canada. So halfway to Group D, leading the way is Jackie Stewart with 153 points. Nani Galli is second with 122 points. John Cannon is third with 119 points. Fourth is Bobby Unser with 99 points. And round the top 5 is Gunther Huber of Austria with 98 points. And at the bottom of the board is Clay Regazzoni of Switzerland with 68 points. Going to race number 9, We head over to the Indy 500. Jackie Stewart takes another victory. Jean-Pierre Beltois second for France. Gunther Huber is third for Austria. John Cann is fourth for Canada. And Nanni Galli right off the top 5 for Italy. And then going to race number 10, the 1,000 claws of the Nürburgring. Bruce McLaren takes the win. Jackie Stewart is second. Rolf Stonen is third. Taff is fourth. And Bobby Unser right off the top 5. And then going to race number 11, we go to 24 Hours Le Mans. It's Jean-Pierre Beltois that takes the win for France. Jackie Stewart is second for the United Kingdom. Bruce McLaren takes third for New Zealand. Ross Stonen is fourth, and Taft running off the top 5. And to complete the third quarter of Group D, we go to the Netherlands at Zandvoort. Jackie Stewart takes another victory. Bruce McLaren second for New Zealand. Taft is third for Belgium. Fourth is Jean-Pierre Beltois for France, and John Cameron out of the top 5 for Canada. So with 4 races left to go, leading the way, it is Jackie Stewart with 243 points. Bruce McLaren is second with 165 points. Third is John Cann with 159 points. Fourth is Nanni Galli of Italy with 155 points. And Jean-Pierre Beltois of France rounding off the top 5 with 146 points. And at the bottom of the board currently is Clay Regazzoni of Switzerland with 101 points. Going to race number 13, we go to Pikes Peak. Another victory going to Bruce McLaren of New Zealand. Jackie Stewart is second for the United Kingdom. Taff is third for Belgium. Gunther Huber is fourth for Austria. And Ross Stonen right off the top 5 for West Germany. And then going to race number 14, we go to the Charade Circuit in France. It's once again a victory for Bruce McLaren. Jackie Stewart is second for the United Kingdom. Jean-Pierre Beltois is third for France. Clay Regazzoni is fourth for Switzerland. And Ross Stonen right off the top 5 for West Germany. And then going to the penultimate race, we go to the 6 Hours of Watkins Glen. Yet again, it's Bruce McLaren that takes the win. Jackie Stewart is again in second. Nanni Galli is third for Italy. Clay Regazzoni is fourth. Jean-Pierre Beltois rounds off the top 5 for France. And going to the 16th and final race of Group D, we go to Silverstone. Jackie Stewart does take the win. Bruce McLaren is second. Jean-Pierre Beltois is third for France. Clay Regazzoni is fourth for Switzerland. And Nanni Galli rounding off the top 5. And the winner of Group D, it is Jackie Stewart with 328 points. Bruce McLaren is second with 260 points. Third is Jean-Pierre Beltois of France with 199 points. Fourth is Nanni Galli of Italy with 197 points. John Cann is fifth for Canada with 188 points. Gunther Huber is sixth for West Germany with 180 points. Taft takes seventh for Belgium with 173 points. Ross Stonen is eighth. Gunther Huber is Austria. Ross Stonen is West Germany, with 166 points in 8th. 9th is Bobby Unser of the United States, 161 points. And bottom of Group D is Clay Regazzoni of Switzerland with 148 points. So that is all 4 groups out of the way. Let's take a look at the standings and see who's made to the final before we head over to the final, of course, and see who will be our drivers and our nation's champions. With Group D out the way, the United Kingdom are going into the final as the leading team in the nation's competition, thanks to Jackie Stewart with 329 points. Jo Siffert is still in second place for Switzerland with 300 points, but Switzerland have had a bad Group D, which puts them down into third behind New Zealand and the United Kingdom, with quite a mountain to climb. So let's take a look at the drivers that didn't make the top 24, but they are through to the 1969 World Cup final. Looking at the drivers outside the top 24, I'm surprised to see that John Surtees, Mario Andretti and Jackie X along with Bobby Unser are all down there in joint 25th, joint 34th, joint 34th and 36th position. But even though they're through to the final, they've got a massive mountain to climb to get themselves into the top 24 positions. Here are the 4 drivers that didn't make the top 36 and that they do not qualify for the final. Among them is Clay Regazzoni, who is the lowest scorer with 148 points. That puts Switzerland at a massive disadvantage going into the final, as they've only got 3 drivers that made through, as New Zealand and the United Kingdom have all 4 of the drivers qualify. Can Switzerland claw back despite this disadvantage? Well, without further ado, let's head over to the final and we'll see who will come out on top. And here we go, it's the 1969 Formula World Cup, and so we have our final 36 to see who will be the drivers and nations champions. But first, let's take a look at the drivers that have made it to the final. So we start with Austria. They have got all 4 of the drivers that have made it through. They are 11th, 22nd, 28th and 29th respectively. And then we move over to Belgium. They have got all 4 of the drivers as well. They are 8th, 20th, 32nd and 35th going into this final. Followed up with Canada. They have got 3 drivers that made through. They are 19th, 21st and 31st respectively. And then we will go over to France. They've also got 3 drivers made through. They are 12th, 14th and 30th going into this final. And next up we will have Italy. They have 3 drivers made through. They are 15th, 16th and 27th going into this final. And next up is New Zealand. They've got all 4 of the drivers through. They are 3rd, 5th, 7th and 17th going into this final. And then we go to Switzerland next. They've got 3 drivers made through. They are 2nd, 9th and 13th. And then next up we've got the United Kingdom. They've got all 4 drivers made through. They are 1st, 4th, 6th and 25th going into this final. And then we will be followed up with the United States. They've got all 4 drivers made through. They are 10th, 24th, 34th and 36th going into this final. Last but not least is West Germany. They've also got all 4 drivers made through. They are 18th, 23rd, 26th and 33rd. So that is our drivers. Without further ado, let's get to the first race, which is the 24th Daytona. And it's going to be won by Denny Hulme of New Zealand. Graham Hill is 2nd, Piers Courage is 3rd, Rui Lins takes 4th, Jean-Pierre Gabon is 5th, 6th is Gunther Huber, 7th is Mario Andretti, Silvio Moser is 8th, Graham McRae is 9th, and Chris Amon running up your top 10. So we got Xavier Perrot is 32nd, Jo Siffert is 31st, Jackie Stewart is 22nd, Bruce McLaren is 20th, Al Unser is 18th. And let's move over to race number 2, which is the race in South Africa. John Surtees takes the win for the United Kingdom, Graham Hill is 2nd for the United Kingdom, Yves Deprez is 3rd for Belgium, Piers Courage is 4th, Bruce McLaren is 5th, Jean-Pierre Gabon is 6th, Jackie Stewart is 7th, Ross Stone is 8th, Jo Siffert 9th, and Gunther Huber running up your top 10. So we've got Xavier Perrot in 36th, we've got Chris Amon 30th, Denny Hulme is 26th, and that's it really, it looks like. So moving over to race number 3, Alan says 31st. Race number 3, the 12-hour Sebring, and it's a win for Graham Hill. Denny Hulme is 2nd, Bruce McLaren takes 3rd, Huber Hayne is 4th, Dieter Kester is 5th, Jackie Stewart is 6th, Xavier Perrot is 7th, Kurt Ahrens Jr. is 8th for West Germany, Pete Lovely 9th for the United States, and Tino Barbella running off the top 10 for Italy. Piers Courage is 36th, Jean-Pierre Gabon 35th, Jo Siffert is 31st, Al Unser is 20th, and Chris Amon is 15th. And to play the first quarter of this final, we go to the 1,000 kilometers of Monza, and Denny Hulme takes another victory with Graham Hill in 2nd, Bruce McLaren is 3rd for New Zealand, George Eaton is 4th for Canada, Xavier Perrot is 5th, Pete Lovely is 6th, Neil Vassarel is 7th, Mario Andretti is 8th, 9th is Bobby Unser, and Yves Deprez running off the top 10. So we've got Jackie Stewart in 27th, Jo Siffert is 23rd, Chris Amon 22nd, Jean-Pierre Gabon 21st, Piers Courage is 17th, and Al Unser is 16th. So 4 races in, leading the way, it is Graham Hill with 85 points. Denny Hulme is 2nd with 70 points, Bruce McLaren is 3rd with 43 points, 4th is John Surtees with 28 points, and right at the top 5 is Piers Courage with 25 points. And towards the bottom of the board, we have got Gerald Larousse, who is sitting on -7 points. John Cam -3, Hans Herman -2, Jochen Rindt -1, Francois Sauer -1, and then we've got Al Unser, Nani Gali, and Jackie X all sitting on 0. And now going to race number 5, we go to Spain at Montjuic, and Gerald Larousse takes the win for France, Jo Siffert is 2nd, Silvio Moser is 3rd, Taff is 4th for Belgium, Nani Gali 5th for Italy, John Surtees is 6th, Graham Hill is 7th, Mario Andretti is 8th, George Eaton 9th, and Piers Courage rounds off your top 10. So we got Xavier Perrot in 35th, Jackie Stewart is 29th, Denny Hulme is 19th, Bruce McLaren 17th, Jean-Pierre Gabon is 16th, Al Unser 14th, and Chris Amon in 11th. Race number 6, we go to Targa Florio, and Jo Siffert gets his first win of the final. Joachim Rindt is second for Austria, Ray Linz is third for Austria, Bruce McLaren is fourth, Jean-Pierre Gabin fifth for Belgium, Piers Courage is sixth, Gunther Uber seventh for Austria, Sylvia Mosier eighth, John Surtees ninth, and Mario Andretti rounds off your top 10. So we got Graham Hill in 34th, we got Denny Hulme in 25th, Al Unser is 19th, Jackie Stewart 14th, Xavier Perrot is 13th, and Chris Amon is 11th. Race number 7, the 1,000 kilometers of the Spa-Francorchamps, and it's Denny Hulme that takes another victory. Pete Lovely is 7th for the United States, Bruce McLaren is 3rd for New Zealand, 4th is Jackie Stewart, Graham McRae 5th, Nana Galley is 6th, Ludwig Heiber Sr. is 7th, Jackie X is 8th, Ruben Hayne is 9th, and Jean-Pierre Gabin running up your top 10. So we got Chris Amon in 35th, Al Unser is 28th, Graham Hill 26th, Xavier Perrot 24th, Jo Siffert 21st, Piers Courage 18th, and that's it really. So it's completed the first half of the final. We go to Monaco, and it's another win for Denny Hulme of New Zealand. Jackie X is 2nd, Gunther Uber is 3rd, 4th is Piers Courage, John Kennedy is 5th, Bruce McLaren 6th, Neil Vassarella 7th, 8th is Jo Siffert, Graham Hill is 9th, and Jean-Pierre Gabin running up your top 10. Chris Amon is 31st, we've got Xavier Perrot 19th, Al Unser is 18th, Jackie Stewart is 14th. So halfway to this final, leading the way is Denny Hulme with 120 points. Graham Hill is 2nd with 99 points, 3rd is Bruce McLaren with 82 points, 4th is Jo Siffert with 60 points, and Piers Courage running off the top 5 with 54 points. We've got Hans Herren with minus 4 points and Francis Severt with minus 1 point. So going to the second half of the final, going to race number 9, the Indy 500, and it's Piers Courage that takes the win for the United Kingdom. Graham Hill is 2nd for the United Kingdom, Jean-Pierre Gabin is 3rd, George Eaton 4th for Canada, Bruce McLaren is 5th, Jackie X is 6th, John Cannon is 7th, Denny Hulme is 8th, Hans Herren 9th, and Dieter Kessler running off your top 10. Al Unser is 35th, Chris Amon 31st, Xavier Perrot is 23rd, Jackie Stewart is 19th, and Jo Siffert is 13th. Race number 10, we go to the 1,000 kilometers of the Nürburgring, and Denny Hulme wins yet again for New Zealand. Hans Herren is 2nd, John Surtees is 3rd, Bruce McLaren is 4th, Yves Deprez is 5th, Dieter Kessler is 6th, Ruben Hayne is 7th, Gunther Uber is 8th, Mario Andretti 9th, and Francis Severt rounding off your top 10. Jean-Pierre Gabin is 33rd, Graham Hill 32nd, Chris Amon is 31st, Jo Siffert is 22nd, Al Unser is 21st, and Jackie Stewart is 16th. Race number 11, the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it's Taff that takes the win for Belgium. Bruce McLaren is 7th for New Zealand, Jo Siffert takes 3rd for Switzerland, John Surrey is 4th for the United Kingdom, Denny Hulme is 5th, Ludwig Heiber Sr. is 6th, Neil Vassarella 7th, Piers Courage 8th, Bobby Unser 9th, and Ray Linz rounds off your top 10. Al Unser is 35th, Jackie Stewart 29th, Xavier Perrot is 24th, Chris Amon 20th, Jean-Pierre Gabin is 18th, Graham Hill is 13th. As we play the third quarter of the final, we go to the Netherlands at Zandvoort. Bruce McLaren wins for New Zealand. His teammate Denny Hulme is 2nd, Piers Courage is 3rd, with Bobby Unser 4th, Graham Hill 5th in the United Kingdom, Xavier Perrot is 6th, Gerard LaRousse is 7th, Rolf Stillman is 8th, Gunther Uber 9th, and Jackie Stewart running off your top 10. Jo Siffert finished 36th, Jean-Pierre Gabin is 35th, and then we've got Chris Amon 24th, Al Unser 23rd. And so with 4 races left to go, leading the way it is Denny Hulme with 184 points, Bruce McLaren is 2nd with 151 points, Graham Hill is 3rd with 133 points, Piers Courage is 4th with 104 points, and Jo Siffert running up the top 5 with 75 points. And at the bottom of the board is Al Unser, who's sitting on minus 4 points. And now we move over to race number 13. We go to Pikes Peak. It's Piers Courage that wins the United Kingdom. Sylvia Mosier is 3rd for Switzerland. Thiel Barbel is 3rd for Italy. Jean-Pierre Bertois is 4th. Bruce McLaren is 5th. Jackie X takes 6th. Jo Siffert is 7th. Neil Vassarella 8th. Taff is 9th. And Gunther Uber running off your top 10. Al Unser is 30th. Xavier Perrot is 26th. Graham Hill 25th. Jackie Stewart is 24th. Chris Amon is 20th. Denny Hulme is 18th. Jean-Pierre Gabin is 17th. Going to race number 14, we go to the Charade circuit in France, and Nani Galli wins for Italy. Hans Herren is 7th for West Germany. Jackie Stewart 3rd for the United Kingdom. Denny Hulme is 4th. Bruce McLaren is 5th. Piers Courage is 6th. George Eaton 7th. Uberhin is 8th. Yves Derpes is 9th. And Neil Vassarella running off your top 10. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 31st. Jo Siffert is 30th. Chris Amon 24th. Xavier Perrot is 23rd. And then we've got Alonso in 16th. Graham Hill is 13th. And going to the penultimate race of the final, we go to the 6 hours at Watkins Glen. Hans Herren wins for West Germany. Bobby Unser 7th for the United States. Denny Hulme is 3rd. Graham Hill takes 4th. Mario Andretti is 5th. Piers Courage is 6th. Graham McRae is 7th. Jo Siffert 8th. Bruce McLaren 9th. And Rupert Lenz running off your top 10. We've got Jackie Stewart 28th. Xavier Perez 27th. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 22nd. Alonso is 18th. Chris Amon is 17th. And for the 16th and final race of the 1969 World Cup, we go to the United Kingdom at Silverstone. Piers Courage takes the winner's home race. Jean-Pierre Gabon is 7th for Belgium. Rolf Stone is 3rd for West Germany. Denny Hulme is 4th. Jean-Pierre Beltois is 5th. Bruce McLaren 6th. Mario Andretti 7th. John Surrey is 8th. Chris Amon 9th. And Kurt Ahrens Jr. running off your top 10. Jackie Stewart is 32nd. Alonso 31st. Xavier Perrot 25th. Jo Siffert is 19th. And Graham Hill in 12th. And the driver that racked up the most points in this final, it is Denny Hulme with 226 points. Bruce McLaren second with 190 points. Piers Courage is 4th with 174 points. Jo Siffert 5th with 92 points. John Surrey is 6th with 75 points. 7th is Jean-Pierre Gabon for Belgium with 73 points. Hans Herren is 8th with 68 points. 9th is Jackie Stewart with 58 points. And we have a 3-way tie for the top 10, which is Bobby Unser, Mario Andretti and Gunther Uber. Bobby Unser and Mario Andretti are both the United States, and Gunther Uber Austria. They all have 56 points apiece. 13th is Silvio Mosa with 53 points. Tying for 14th is Jackie X and Nani Galli for Belgium and Italy with 52 points each. Then a tie for 16th between Taff and Neil Vassarella for Belgium and Italy once again with 51 points each. 18th is Yves Derpes with 46 points. 45th is George Eaton of Canada with 45 points. And round the top 10 of the top 20 is Jean-Pierre Beltois of France with 41 points. 21st, Pete Lovely with 38 points. A tie for 22nd between Uberhin and Dieter Kessler of West Germany and Austria with 36 points each. Rui Lenz is 24th with 34 points. A tie for 25th between Graham McRae and Xavier Perrot of Switzerland and New Zealand with 31 points each. A tie for 27th between Rolf Stolen and Kurt Ahrens Jr., both from West Germany, with 30 points. 29th is Theo Brambella with 28 points. And round for top 30 is Charles Larousse of France with 27 points. Then a tie for 21st between Ludwig Heimer Sr. and Chris Amon for Canada and New Zealand with 21 points each. 23rd is Joachim Rindt with 19 points. 34th is John Kenneth 18 points. 35th is Francis Severt with 16 points. And bottom of the board in the final is Alonso for the United States with -4 points. So that's the results. It's time to see who is our drivers and nations champions. With the final out of the way, and Denny Hulme managing to come out on top for himself and for New Zealand to take the Drivers' Championship home, the first New Zealander Drivers' Champion, with Piers Courage and Bruce McLaren tying for second with 450 points apiece. The number one man going to the final was Jackie Stewart, ending up down in 6th position, just having a really disastrous final, just did not go his way. Neither did Jo Siffert, who the defending champion, ending up in 5th position with 392 points. The United Kingdom take home their 10th title despite that with 1,495 points, with New Zealand coming so close, but just less than 50 points separates them and the United Kingdom to take that title home for the first time for New Zealand. The defending champions of Switzerland just was not able to bounce back after going to the final, losing one of their drivers for the final, ending up in 3rd place with 1,039 points. And we'll take a quick glimpse at the drivers that did make the top 24, that did make the final. And here are the drivers that did make the top 24, that did complete the final. We've got Mario Andretti with 56 points in the final, that puts them in 27th, with Jackie X, Boy Unser, tying for 28th at the end of the final. And we've got Alonso with a score of -4 in the final, that put him down to 33rd in the standings. So I hope you enjoyed this 1969 World Cup. What will 1970 bring? Will we have a new Drivers' champion? Can Denny Hulme defend his title? Will anyone be able to stop the United Kingdom from winning an 11th title? Well, I'll hope to see you for the 1974 World Cup, and we'll find out together. So I'll see you over there.